While everybody was focusing on James Comey yesterday, take a look at what was happening. House Republicans vote to roll back major Wall Street regulations enacted after '08 crash. Against a unified Democratic Party in the U.S. House, Republicans have passed a bill to undo much of the Dodd-Frank Act of 2010, which further regulated the banking industry in response to the financial crisis of 2007 and 2008. A largely partisan vote of 233 to 186 advanced House Resolution 10, the Financial Choice Act, I love the Orwellian name, to the U.S. Senate on Thursday. The Choice Act repeals key aspects of the Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform and Consumer Protection Act. Only one Republican voted against the bill, Representative Walter Jones of North Carolina, who was among just 3 Republicans to vote for Dodd-Frank in 2010. The Consumer Bureau not only loses its authority to keep a close eye for compliance of financial firms, but is also barred from creating regulations on payday and car title loans. Furthermore, the Bureau's director serves at the pleasure of the president and may be removed anytime, and no independent funding will be allowed, so its budget would be purely up to Congress. Okay, as part of what they did here, they stripped the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau of all of its teeth. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has returned, what was it, $12 billion to Americans who were screwed over. It happened to me. I've just described the story a million times. Lost my card in the city, called to cancel it and get a new one, and they said, okay, here, we'll send you the new one, but you want identity theft protection so this doesn't happen again? And I was like, yeah, I guess. Come to find out, years later, I get a thing in the mail. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is returning me a bunch of money. I'm like, what's this for? They explain how the credit card company that was charging me for identity theft protection, there was no identity theft protection. They were just telling me, oh, we have identity theft protection for you, and then they just take your money. What the fuck? So the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is looking out for Americans like that. It's without question the best part of Dodd-Frank. Now, don't get me wrong. Dodd-Frank, in other respects, was weak as weak could be. It was just weak. You know, it went fucking 25% as far as it needed to go in terms of what we needed to do with Wall Street after the subprime mortgage crisis and during the Great Recession. We needed to break up the big banks. We needed to bring back leverage rules. We needed to bring back Glass-Steagall. So it wasn't going to jail the criminals on Wall Street. It wasn't great. It was a very weak, watered-down piece of legislation. But the problem was it didn't go far enough. Not it went too far. The Republicans think it went too far. We got to get rid of it. We got to get rid of it. We got to get rid of Dodd-Frank, and we have to do it now. That's what we have to do. So they're, by the way, since they passed it, all the time what they do is they would slip in to like an agriculture bill over here or another random bill over there, provisions that would take away different parts of Dodd-Frank. So they've been gradually dismantling it over time. And now they were like, well, we got the numbers now, so fuck it. Let's let that freak flag fly. Let the pirate flag fly. Let's do it. Let's just get rid of, the most important parts. So now they've just utterly gutted the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. I want to tell you one more time because I think it's really important. So they stripped their ability to keep a close eye on financial firms. Boom, already, the thing that helped me would be taken away already. They're not allowing them to create regulations on payday lenders. The predatory payday loan industry where they have the exorbitant interest rates where they're just ripping people off. They're like, no, that industry shouldn't be regulated. What? The only kind of people who can come to that conclusion are sellouts. Like, you have to have sold out to that industry in order to come to that conclusion, because no reasonable person or logical person or person who cares about their constituents would say, yeah, that's cool. Go with that. Deregulate. Let them do whatever they want. So, there you go. The Republicans. This is what you get. This is what you get. Now, by the way, they mentioned in the article, they're like, well, look, don't worry. They got to get 60 votes in the Senate. They don't have 60 votes. But then they go on to say, like, but, there's a chance they could do reconciliation, though, and get a pass with, 51 votes. Oh no. Oh, no. So they're probably not going to get the 60 votes, but if they do reconciliation and they do 51, I mean, the next crash was already coming without question. The Republicans are just speeding it up.